isolation, that thing that you have to do when you come to the UK, will always be related in my head to this.
That's about all I can do at the moment.
I always seem to find that moments when I'm isolating and I'm not allowed to get out, otherwise I will be out doing stuff, and to the coffee that I make myself, which I don't always get it right.
Let's see if I get it right today. That goes here. Oh, I need something else. No, that's better. Come on, man.
I want to talk to you about the games from last night, also about Belgium, and one particular anecdote I want to share with you that has got Roberto Martinez and myself as the main protagonists. And finally, Rafa Benítez and his imminent move to Everton. First, Austria and Italy. I wrote a tweet last night saying, Mr. Franco Foda, Austria manager, your team is better than you let them be. Shame you mistrusted talent like so many other national managers. Why did I say that? Did you see what Austria did in the second half? In the first half, they led Italy to take the initiative, which is what Italy wants. But they hardly counter-attacked. Yes, it was partly down to the fact that Italy didn't let them because they pressure high very well, but also to the fact that they came up with the idea of, let's not have the ball, let's allow Italy to defend, let's counter-attack them. That is mistrusting your talent. What talent? Well, actually, Austria is full of players that are regulars in the teams, not just regulars, very important players in the teams. Let me give you the list. Obviously, you know David Alaba from Bayern Munich. Martin Hinteregger, the centre-back, was absolutely superb and has been for Frankfurt. Stefan Leiner wanted the ball all the time, especially in the second half when they started attacking and playing with the capacity that they have, and he has done that for Mönchengladbach as well. Florian Grillitsch, so much talent, distributing the ball, keeping it, deciding the tempo. He does it for Austria and for Hoffenheim. Marcel Sabitzer, again, especially in the second half when Austria decided to attack, does it so well for Leipzig, but also for the national team, getting into the box. He's got so much quality. All those players played so well in the second half. Mr. Foda, why didn't you let them do that for the whole 90 minutes? Then at the end they seemed tired, and Italy, of course, with their insistence and especially with the substitutes, that made the difference. But I just feel that there are too many managers that prefer not to concede when actually what's the worst that can happen? You could lose the game as Austria did, but meanwhile if you allow the team to express themselves, I think you've got, number one, the same chances to win. Number two, people will enjoy more, and the players too. How about Denmark-Wales? Denmark, yes. Kasper Hjulmand actually allowed the team to express themselves, and they were attacking, they moved the ball around with cleverness, and some of the players, they look really players that could play for Barcelona or Real Madrid in the future. We knew of the quality of Christensen and Hjolberg and of course Simon Kjaer, but I've discovered a player. That's what I'm saying. Somebody that is very young but actually could play for one of the best teams in the world. On the left hand side, one of the best wing-backs in the Euros, Mahler, the Atalanta player, was absolutely outstanding, had a little friend next to him that allowed him to be better, and actually somebody that has shined throughout the tournament, and he wasn't supposed to play. Eriksen would have played in his place. That's Mikkel Damsgaard, who plays for Sampdoria, 20-year-old, who looks like, shall I say it? Looks like Iniesta, doesn't it? A little bit. Fantastic, fantastic player who assisted Dolberg for one of the 2 goals that he scored, and everything he did made so much sense. I'm looking forward to see more of him. Belgium tonight with the best midfielder of the Euros, no doubt, in Kevin De Bruyne, even though he hasn't played full 90 minutes, already has 1 goal and 1 assist. And Lukaku with the cleverest striker. Scored 3 goals, 2 against Russia, 1 against Finland. Best player of the game against Denmark, and he didn't even score. So that's Belgium, but I want to talk to you about something else. Did you know that I was the voice of, the game Pro Evolution Soccer, the Pro Evo 2 and 3? I was the voice of that as the commentator. But the co-commentator is the manager of Belgium. Listen up.
Buenas tardes, soy Guillem Balague. España contra Rumanía. ¿Qué oportunidades hay desde aquí? Pase al fondo. Roto el pase en profundidad.
What an experience that was. I needed 3 days to record everything that was in it. It was a book like this. But the fascinating thing was that the original script had been translated from Japanese into English and not very well translated, and from English to Spanish, very badly translated. So I had to edit what I was doing at the same time as I was recording it, and after a day and a half I got so tired. I was just reading whatever was there. It became, in Spanish anyway, a cult kind of game because the commentator was so bad. That's me. The co-commentator was Roberto Martinez, who at the time I think he was still playing, and we recorded this in Germany. The book was half the size, took 1 day and a half to do it, and of course every name of every player had to be read in different ways. I remember one of them was Sander Westerveld, Sander Westerveld, Sander Westerveld, and then that goes into the game somehow, the miracle of technology and the games. Finally, Rafa Benítez. He will be the new manager of Everton if the deal doesn't collapse. They're very, very close. The announcement could happen during the week, but I do hear that a lot of Everton fans don't want him. I don't relate that to my experience of Liverpool. I lived in Liverpool for 10 years. When I first arrived in 91, I had no money, and I was looked after by everyone that got to know me. The butcher will bring me a steak, the baker will bring me a bit of a bread. I didn't pay many of the pints when I was in the pub. People would just invite me. That's Liverpool. They look after their own, but they look after those that come from outside. Rafa Benítez is linked to Liverpool Football Club, but actually he feels closer to the city. He's got a foundation in which he has helped a lot of people, Evertonians and Liverpoolians. He's got friends from both camps, and he has enough quality and experience. His CV is impressive enough to be the manager of Everton. I do believe Evertonians in social media, they're very loud, and you hear perhaps the loudest, but in the stadium they are Liverpoolians, as in born in Liverpool, from the city of Liverpool, and they will look after Rafa Benítez, I'm pretty sure. He, of course, will have to improve the side. I'm sure he will do that. And the reason why Moshiri and Usmanov want him is because he's a top manager and they've got blind faith in what he can do. He will improve the team, no doubt.